Click on it. Music.
I mean, this thing is still absolutely freaking close. I mean, you could barely do it like that right there.
Yeah, it seems like it's wider.
Yeah, it gets a lot more than what you think it does. You know what I mean?
You can pull the camera forward too, shoot. It's because of that thing that's in there. You have it on the wrong end. So you need to flip the camera around on that tripod to have there you go.
Sorry.
Bring it down a little bit. Bring it down. The camera down.
Hold on. You don't see it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So live chat is on, right?
Right.
So live chat is on. So if anybody were to chat, we would see it on the screen up there.
Would we?
Yeah. Watch this. It's more.
I think you gotta look at the video. Let me see the controller. Oh, okay. Did you just type high? So if they send like little hearts and stuff, you won't see it, but
Well, you see it here. Yeah. Oh, cool. So yeah, I mean that's one way people can communicate with us. Is they would have to chat. Okay. Boom.
Well, I guess you got it. So.
This is perfect.
Hey guys, how's it going?
There's nobody there.
Oh dang.
We're not making a video. We're just live. We're just videoing ourselves live. Like I was talking outside. So, talking about like, so owner operators, right? Which we've been since 2016.
2016.
Yeah, 2016. We started our own company in 2016.
October 17th of 2016.
We've been driving since 2013. December. Right. November, December. So anyways, owner operators. The hardships of being an owner operator, really. Because we're not going to talk our whole story, not until we have people that really want to ask us questions and things of that nature. But this week, because today is Friday.
Oh, June God, 7th, yeah, this week was wild.
This week. But it seems like we always have these type of weeks where we'll have like 2 good weeks where we'll just knock it out of the box. We'll do 7,000, 10,000 in a week, and then nothing for like 2 weeks after that. Right? I mean, like it'll be like you do great, and then all of a sudden you just. And this week, we were on pace to make at least 6 to 7.
Well, okay, so yeah, we were supposed to deliver to Camp Shelby on Monday, which was like on Monday, so 3,300.
And
then right they offered us right after that. It was Buckley, which was
that's about 4 or 5, yeah. So
and then the doubles to Fort Leonard Wood was
which
like
we could have delivered anytime, pretty much. That was I mean, so like so I mean at least 7. I'll just say at least 7, but. For owner operators, my wife and I go back and forth about this all the time. But as an owner operator, you need to know what your running costs are. So I'm not really interested in your food and things of that nature because you can always not eat and things of that nature. But as far as how much fuel you're going to be using for that week, if you're going to have to do a PM that week, if you're going to have to go do an oil change that week, because that's $500 right there. And you're, once a month you're gonna have to do a PM, so you can just factor in $500 and divide that into 4. That's how much you need to add on to your running cost per week. But you need to know as an owner operator that
your base cents per mile.
You have to make $3,500 a week. You have to. Now it's gonna be different for everybody because obviously if you have a larger, bills as far as like paying for your truck payments. If your stuff is larger, if you have a bad truck payment, then that's going to probably eat it up. But fortunately, we own our trucks, so we don't have truck payments anymore. But we do have debt as far as for company debt that we have to pay for, so it could just be considered a truck payment as well. But so you need to know, do you need to make $2,200 a week, $2,500 a week, $3,500 a week? You need to know what your bills are every week. And because you get paid every week. As a trucker, most truckers get paid every week. We get paid every 2 or 3 days because as soon as we run, our money sometimes the same day. We run the load and we might get the money the same day. So that's a good thing and it's a bad thing because obviously if you're not mindful, you could just blow that money if you wanted to, if you didn't hold on to it and things. We're investors, so we invest in like the stock market and in assets. So we don't see things quite the same as everyone else. We don't go Saturday night. We don't go out to clubs. We don't have friends like that. We're gonna go out and do things like that and waste money. So we don't misuse our money in that nature. Everything goes into the company or into an asset for us. So. Owner operators, what questions do you have for owner operators? I guess you just have to leave it in the comments down below. We're going to try to do these more often. I would say the best thing about being an owner operator compared to a lease operator, like someone who works for Prime or Snyder or whatever, is the fact that we can be home anytime we want. So this is our setting.
Right.
Like there's the lady Slime Pack who works for Prime. We watch her every once in a while. And when she's at home, she goes to her truck to do videos. Her title is actually for a sports car. So she's like, it's not, I mean, like, you know, like the title of her channel is like for a sports car.
Her channel was a car channel.
It's a car channel, so it's not a trucking channel, but she goes back to her truck to do videos. It's kind of weird, but I mean, I don't think it really, for owner operators, this is us. This is what we do. We, you know, you're an owner operator because you want to be at home. You want to be at home. You have the owner operators like us that we want to spend time with each other. So we're at home living our lives, and we go work. We do 2 or 3 loads a week, and like I said, we try to make a bare minimum of $3,500 a week, and the rest of the time we're spending time with each other. So then you have the other truckers that have a whole bunch of chrome on their trucks, a whole bunch of lights. You know what I mean? And those guys are, you know, why those guys and gals are out there with all those lights and chrome. They have to be out there 24/7 because all that costs money. You know, just I don't even understand some owner operators that have a lot of lights in your truck, because if one of those lights are out, you have to be replaced immediately, or it's a DOT violation. So, you know, I try to have the minimum of what we have to have on there.
We have pretty much every weekend off.
Yeah.
And then I think we probably work maybe 3 to 4 days a week.
Yeah. But when we work,
we're in between. We're home in between the loads too. So.
Yeah, but when we work though, it's not like you're working like an 8-hour, 12-hour shift. You're working for like 24, 48 hours straight.
Right.
Yeah, and you're in the truck. So I mean, you know, but the thing of it is for us is we're at home afterwards. We're parking the truck in a yard.
We're home in between pretty much every load unless we go to like Florida or Colorado.
Right, yeah.
But even so, in between coming,
we still stop
en
off
route.
at the yard.
We still stop off at the house.
Yeah, we have a yard to where we can park our trailer. So if our trailer's empty, well, it doesn't matter if it's empty or not, but we'll park our trailer for a day or so, and then we'll go go take the trailer back. But yeah, the one thing about owner operators, you can always be around your house if you want to be.
Right.
And that's the reason why we actually ended up becoming owner operators, because we didn't like working for other people. So, yeah.
So that's what we can talk about. We could talk about how we started.
Well, I thought about that, but I mean, like, I would rather people ask us questions about that than, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just do that online. Like, we gotta say some stuff. Right now, we're just talking about, like, our hard week. Like, I mean, the week was hard because we were supposed to make X amount of dollars, but then we got deflated because our truck was in the shop. Well, we haven't talked about that yet, is our truck being in the shop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So what happened? You know what I mean?
Okay, so what happened was we actually picked up our load for Camp Shelby on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon-ish, about 1:30 is when we picked up the load. So usually we stop to fuel. We had stopped to fuel before that. And my husband usually does the fueling. That's just because I go and I do the running around in the store and get whatever we need or whatever. So after we pick up the trailer and then we start heading up 35 to go to I-20, obviously we get like this indicator that came on the dashboard that said bad def fuel or whatever. And so that fault code showed up, and then the MIL light and the wrench showed up. So I stopped to turn it off. And when I stopped to turn it off, then it said that derate in 2 hours. So it would not let me turn that off, which kind of sucks. But I went ahead and kept going down, and then I was like, well, we can't turn this off. It's going to derate in 2 hours, so we have to have somebody recover the load. So we went ahead and called the broker and told him that, hey, you know, we're having this issue. I sent him a video because I don't want him to try to ever say that we were not telling the truth, because I know there are people that don't tell the truth so they can get out of the load. So we found another guy up in Dallas that runs with us too, and he comes and picks the load up from us. I actually had to Uber or Lyft back to our yard to get the truck so I can come pick my husband up, because we were going to be dropping our truck off the shop. So we go ahead and have the guy get the load, and then my husband drives to the shop, and I meet him there, and we drop the truck off.
But now on my end though, so we're doing a regen. We're thinking this regen is going to reset the DEF and the DPF system, so we'll be able to, because we're like, hey, look, we're going to get this truck fixed tonight or tomorrow morning, and then we're going to go hook up to some doubles.
Because he gave us a load right after.
And we're going to go take these doubles to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, instead of going to Shelby, Mississippi. And so I'm sitting there doing the regen while you go to Uber. Not Uber, but you left with the Uber. And literally it's saying like you have 45 minutes left before you have a D rate. And so this D rate puts you at 5 miles per hour. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So it finishes finally. I think as you got to arrived to the yard, I think it finished with the regen. And so I run the truck. It was only like 15 minutes down the road, down I-45 to a shop. And then the guy's, like, yeah, I'm going to take care of you, blah, 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 like everyone always says. And so I'm thinking, he's like, yeah, this is just going to need a hard a reset or whatever, and then the light's going to go away.
No. So what he said is,
what did he say?
He's going to turn off the fault code, and then he's going to do a regen, and that should clear everything.
Okay, we already did a regen. So
we had already done our own regen with our Ansel machine, which is linked in our affiliate link below.
Yeah, but they're really good. Just obviously they can't do as much as.
It just doesn't. It's not as extensive as like a Cummins computer or a CAT or whatever computer these shops use. So, he doesn't get to it that night because it's the weekend and they charge extra on the weekend. So he starts it the next morning. And actually, he didn't start it until we got there. And this was like almost 10:30 in the morning, and we have that load of doubles to pick up. So he had started it, and then he left. And he left one of his shop guys there to attend to it. So it takes about an hour and a half for the regen to complete. And I was going to go ahead and leave and go pack the stuff for the truck because I know we were going to go ahead and take those doubles to Fort Leonard Wood. And as I I was gone maybe like 20 minutes. And I went to the store to get some stuff for our little snackle boxes. And then my husband sends me a video. And it shows the stop engine light. And I'm like, what the heck happened? I mean, can he not turn that off? And so basically at that point, they gave up. They're like, they're in the process of moving. They purchased, or they're relocating their business from the yard they're at now to somewhere else. So they were in the process of trying to move all their equipment out of that yard. And so not only are we down Sunday now, this is Monday, and we're down Monday too because
I think we're wrong with the time frame. I think this was Monday, and we were delivering Tuesday morning.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Sunday.
So this is Monday
afternoon.
Yeah, that's what I just said. We're down Monday because they kind of like gave up after the regen was finished.
Right.
They didn't complete it, and so we had to call the broker and tell him, hey, you're gonna have to have somebody cover those doubles because our truck is still down. So now it's Sunday and then Monday, and then we go back to the yard on Tuesday, and we're there at like 9:30 in the morning. So.
But don't go too far because the broker says to us, well, I don't have anyone else to, because
that's going to change the situation.
We're the only drivers. Well, there's like another, I think Chris, the other driver that picked up the
that
Shelby
does doubles.
He does doubles as well, but like we're the only ones that have doubles and triples endorsement. I don't think any other drivers do. So he's like, hey, look, I really need y'all. We're like, our truck is like down, like. There's nothing.
Right. There's nothing we can do.
There's nothing we can do. We would love to make the money.
So, anyways, let's go back. Let's go ahead and back up a little bit. On Monday, I remember our mechanic saying, he's like, I don't know. There's no fault code. And I can't, he's like, I don't know, I guess we'll have to reflash the ECM, so we'll have to get a guy out here to do it. So this is Monday. And so Tuesday comes along, and he said reflash the ECM because he knew what he did. Somehow, when he was messing with his computer to turn off that, and after, doing the regen or whatever, they locked that fault code or that issue into the ECM. So when he said he needed to reflash the ECM and he had a guy that would come out, which on Tuesday, the guy never showed up. So on Tuesday afternoon, they tell us that, so Tuesday afternoon, they tell us, okay, it's like 6 p.m. They call me and they're like, okay, matter of fact, I think it's Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon, after waiting a whole day and a half for this person to come out there to reflash our ECM, they're like, okay, well, he's not showing up and he's not answering our phone calls, so maybe he's on vacation. And I'm like, what? I mean, how do you... Apparently the person told you they were going to come out. They just did a no-show. You don't know if they don't go on vacation after they've already answered you. So, anyhow, so yeah, this is Wednesday. Nobody shows up to reflash ECM. So Thursday, no, I'm sorry. No, I was right, Tuesday. Because Friday...
This Wednesday. Because Tuesday we went out there. We were out there.
Right.
And then Wednesday, Jessica was there.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Wednesday Jessica was there.
We went there early in the morning.
So on Wednesday they call us at like 6 p.m. and say, "Oh, the guy never showed up. Whatever. He's on vacation. Blah blah blah." Okay. So then on Thursday we pick our truck. We go Thursday morning. We pick our truck up.
But Wednesday we're thinking that still the truck's gonna get. The drive's gonna be flashed and we're gonna be good to go, right?
Right.
And so we have a Buckley, Colorado load that we're trying to pick up.
Correct. Yes.
The broker's holding a $4,500 fucking load for us.
Right.
I mean, and so we're still gonna make, like I said, $3,500 a week. We're still about to make $4,500 at least. So we're still, although we're gonna be down whatever we have to pay, but we're still making some money. No.
Anyway, so that doesn't happen. We get there. The stop engine is still on the dashboard. So, and they're not working that day. The mechanic's not working that day. They're just focusing on moving their stuff to their new shop. And so it was kind of like ignore.
Said, ouch.
And then it's just like, we leave the yard and we go literally over the bridge and around the corner.
Hold on. I did all that work unhooking the batteries and hooking the batteries up. I was trying to reset it myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you gotta pass by all that?
All right. So my husband's tried for several minutes to unhook the batteries to reset everything, and that didn't work.
I tried to unhook the batteries to see if I could just reset the system by itself.
Then we go across the bridge to get on the 45 exit, to get onto I-45.
And then I have a great idea.
And then my husband comes up with this wonderful idea of...
I saw it on YouTube.
He's like, I saw it on YouTube. You should disconnect the speed limit, whatever, from the top of the drivetrain, whatever.
It's the speedometer from the transmission. If you disconnect that, then the transmission doesn't read the truck going anywhere, supposedly. And so then you can just go whatever speed you want because it's not reading anything. That's what YouTube said. Well,
it doesn't work with our truck.
My wife unhooked it, and the truck wouldn't start.
And we were stuck there for like an hour.
Man, and
it was hot.
Devastated.
And I was dirty because it had just rained like the day before. So me climbing underneath the truck.
Yeah, she has.
I was so filthy. And so I was getting ready to call it, and actually one of the shop guys that's really, he loves us.
Isham, yeah, he stops by.
He stops by and he's like, let me go get the computer
Let me go get
to
the
help.
computer so I can try to help you get this thing started again, right? But the owner, I guess, stopped him from helping us at all, and didn't help us at all either.
And didn't even text us back.
Didn't even respond back. Now this guy, I know I always say this, but we saved his life. We saved him and his kid's life, and one of his friends, best friend, whatever. We saved their life out on the lake over here by our house. That's how we met them. Saved their life, like legit, out in the middle of the lake on a little paddle boat. 2 grown men, 2 little kids, a jet ski getting ready to sink with another grown man. With
paddle boat sinking,
and we go out there with our jet skis and we save their life. This is what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And then this dude straight just
ghosted us.
And let me tell you what, he's never done anything for us. It's not like he's ever done any like major free work for us. And like, we've always paid for all our services.
Oh, we've always paid of our...
So what I'm saying is, like, we were out there with a dead truck. He's right across the highway, and he's too busy to do anything. Just left us straight high and dry. I'm just like, man, it's so dumb. But I mean, everybody's got their thing they're going through. But anyway, so that happened.
Okay, so then, from that point, literally 5 miles, we had a total of 13 miles to go. And it took us 2.5 hours to get 13 miles down the road.
We were able to get the truck started. We were getting ready to tow it.
Oh, yeah.
But
we were
able to get the truck started. I disconnected all the batteries once again. And we waited for about maybe 20 minutes, I guess. 15, 20 minutes. We waited a little bit.
It was like